day, my dearest Rwan. So we have conquered job during our time together. You have the job that you want. We have conquered house. You moved into a whole new home that even has an extra guest now, along with your extra space. The last thing we needed to conquer in your full life makeover that we have been working on for, I think it's like a year now, maybe some change, right? Super proud of your results, like amazing, because we had the most issues in the love department, but I think that's because you have your son in seven. So there was a lot of karma and a lot of residual energy from your old relationships, just in like past life terms, because your sun is in Cancer and your moon is in Scorpio in 11. So it's like you had to go through all the people, all the soul fragments that you had past love beef with. And imagine as somebody carrying a heavy Lilith energy, why that would have taken the amount of time that it's taken. So it is bright and early. And I was like, I saw your message. And I'm like, now that's a great message to wake up to in the morning. Not every morning do I wake up to great ones. But I now feel comfortable because I had a feeling this was your person, but hearing you say it, like I'm like, no, there was a bear that was coming along and he was going to be great and he was just going to be chill. You're ahead of schedule. I don't know how you would have did if the universe would have made you wait another year. So maybe the releasing of cop as the only option opened it up. Because there was even supposed to be a phase in here where you had like a surfer guy or something. I think you just really wanted like the person that you're going to be rocking with. I feel like you're still going to come across surfer guy now. Still. And I'm distinctly getting a blonde. Ooh, distinctly getting a blonde. You're still going to come across them either way. So now your timelines have overlapped. But that's not going to be an issue because you did find somebody who is also poly like you. And to assist all of this, I have the oxytocin sound in the background. So while I was doing my Mars exploration, trying to understand the dynamics between female and male, which I think are ironically going to become like some of the biggest things I teach on because I learned so much. But I was watching love shows and love movies and everything, just trying to understand like if there was a pattern, because that's my like one of my strongest gifts, pattern recognition, right? There was no pattern in love. It was complete insanity all the time, right? So I was like, love is a drug. It has to be. It's like once you fall in love or you get hit with the love bug or whatever, you turn into like a completely different person. And so I was like looking around for it. I'm like, love is a hallucinogen. And I looked up like what hallucinogen is love, right? It's oxytocin. When you start bonding with somebody, your brain starts releasing that hormone. So every time you're around that person, you want like, or you're away from that person, should I say, you want to be around them more because of that hormone that it is releasing in your brain. I have several feelings and thoughts about this, mainly that these things are a part of our brains, right? And I believe that we are bionic. We're just bionic humans, like the ones in Westworld. If you haven't seen Westworld, you should check it out because it's like one of the best shows ever. But these brains are our hard drive, right? Like the computer. Certain things were put in here. Our reptilian brain, the thing in the very back, runs the whole human, 90% of the human, right? That was placed in there by the beings who would like to keep us subservient. That love hormone is a part of that. That was not initially in there. Our love was unconditional for everybody, everything. We didn't eat the animals, didn't trample the plants. It was completely imbalanced. I am working my way through this marriage as a scam thing. Like it was set up so that we would share our energy with those who did not have a connection to source, because that's originally what marriage was for. Those guys or those thugs that decided to separate it from source and realized they still needed a supply started pairing up with male or female, whoever had the juice, in order to have a constant like mosquito vampire supply type thing going on, right? That would be why they created that particular hormone to be released at a particular time to connect you to people, so that you always feel comfortable or feel the need to give out your source light so that you can get a hit of the love drug. So do with that what you will. I figured you'd enjoy that intellectual rabbit hole. You and Eva can enjoy that. No, it's cool. I got noise cancellation. So let's see where you are headed right now. And I think you know that's why you can get a crush, or you don't even have to be around somebody you fall in love with. Like you can fall in love with somebody like watching their interviews or watching their movies, or like somebody at work you don't even talk to, just like watching them and their behavior and stuff. It triggers it in your brain. So it really doesn't matter. There's a song like by Babyface, Love makes things happen. Like it comes out of nowhere. You never know. You never know. But I am going to narrow it down and find out where that love hormone is placed in your chart and how it is hit by different people. I just heard Cupid in my head as the marker. I'm going to write that down so I don't forget it to investigate it after this, because there is a Cupid marker in there. Something about these charts lines up with the way that these brains and these humans work. It's like the configurations or the usual user manual for your bot. Love is not chosen, but it is not random either. Like there's a science to all of this, but there's also like a heavy upper science. So whatever. What does Rowan need to know at this time? This is an up climb. You are getting the answer to your prayers. Bottom line, easy peasy. End video. Done. Have a great day. So this was first Peaks of Joy, Magic Prayer, Golden Palace. It is coming together for you. Is this the type of guy that doesn't mind cohabitating? Because cleaning house was on the bottom. But with this cleaning house, I'm feeling like you're cleaning out that Cancer energy. That's your house. Because the gentle gardener was underneath that. You're being gentle with yourself as you're cleaning out the things that no longer serve in regards to what you feel you need or want, or you were hurt about with relationships. I told you this time it was going to be more of a trigger test for you to see if you were going to be toxic when you got what you wanted, as close as the universe could get you. Would you suddenly be like, oh, I miss the trash guys? Like, so let's see what shadow you are gently walking yourself through. Now we got to get serious. We don't want you to lose the bear. It seems like it's going very, very well. But what is the sneaky shadow that might be back there? Like, no. What is the hidden block or sneaky saboteur that is still lingering in Rowan's energy? I'm going to say doubt, because I can still feel it. I can feel that there's something in there. Yes, it is doubt. There is a part of you in there, a broke off part, right? Because that's what the fragmentation is, a part of it, you that you might not necessarily acknowledge, that you are going to suffer always. Like, look at her face. This one is colorless angel, right? But this one is fated to suffer. These two go together always, in my opinion. This is like you were just being pushed around by the waves of life and you have no control over what happens to you. And fated to suffer has that same vibe as well. A lingering unhappiness that makes you unhappy with the things that you thought would make you happy once you got them. That is what you are gently working through and clearing out. So how can we make sure this doesn't sabotage what you got going on? How can Rowan work to heal this so it doesn't ruin a manifestation? Ironically enough, I keep getting stuff about family, and I let my hair down because it's all oily right now, so it's giving like Steven Seagal tease. That's why I keep trying to put it back up, but clearly it doesn't want to. be up. So let me just, okay. It's like bigger than just the relationship. Is what you guys are going to create together. The abundance, the security, the family dynamic. It's like you were meeting people who had a certain family dynamic because that's what was missing from your family. So say you and this soul had a life together outside of here. Y'all already had a set number of kids. So when you come together in this life, you're going to be bringing whichever souls went with the dad, whichever souls went with the mom together, so y'all can have a full family together. That's family reconciliation. So more activities or dates and stuff that include the kids. This is bigger than just the love part of the relationship. What is it seems like what you wanted, something real, very much real. So how can you heal this issue within yourself? Because it feels like enjoy your manifestation. What did you want to do once you got this person? What in your imagination when the guy popped up? What did you want from him? How did you want the relationship to go? Because that's what you're being granted. But it's that energy of you remembering, maybe even going back and look at what you wrote down in your manifestations that will stop you from tearing it apart, thinking about it so much that you're suddenly disgusted by it. That's what your sneaky saboteur does. It just waits in the back of your subconscious and it keeps tearing at the little things, right? Like you'll have a million good things in the front, but in the back of your mind, that hater is just focusing on all the things and all the reasons why it won't work. So you are going to counteract that. This is balance needed. Yes, you need romantic time. You need your own personal time for whatever your endeavors are going to be. But then as a couple, y'all need family time, family activities, something that is grounding this into the long term. Your intention was a new beginning. And let me read this one to you. That's what I'm getting here. New doors are opening and new opportunities are here. You are shifting into a higher frequency by honoring yourself and your accomplishments. It's time for a fresh start in a clean state. You are being asked to only bring your new self into this chapter. So every heartbreak or disappointment that we have went through during this last year together, uh, man, damn, it might be a little over a year. But it was so when you got the person, you'd be like, I am absolutely okay with this because I was trying to get this for so long. There's nothing else out there that will make losing somebody this solid or a situation this solid worth it. So, what energy do you need to focus on at this time as you are subtly fighting yourself? It's that foundation. Everything, I guess, because it's the new beginning, everything is very foundational. For this, it's getting where you want to with your finances, bringing those into balance because you already have the job. It just seems like you want to build back up your savings. I know you did have a couple of things like come through. Build back up your savings, get back into your flow. Part of how you attract the things that you want for yourself is like my vampire queen is that you have a strong like sexual reservoir is what I'm getting. So when you were sexually satisfied, you were happier in your life and in your job and you do more in your jobs because you have been like in that area for the last couple months. It feels like there are some things that you want to tighten back up, right? uh, a break from searching, a break from looking. It's like you've been looking for so long. Now is the time to like not. Comparison is the killer of joy, is what I'm getting, right? But I'm getting it in regards to relationships. Like, say you got this guy who checked off, say you had 10 boxes. This dude checks off eight. This is very 80-20 rule that I'm getting here. You have a dude who is 80 of your stuff. Everybody else that you look at is going to be 20. Are you going to be tempted away from the 80 for the 20s? You sort of have it because you get to have both because y'all have like a mildly open thing. But I'm getting that looking is feeding your saboteur. Continuing to search. And the main part of you just wants to rest into a connection where you feel kind of safe. So this is a new journey. I just said that with the other deck. This is a new journey in you doing something that you haven't done in a while, which is getting comfortable in a relationship that's not toxic. Yeah, I'm shocked. I'm just like, girl, don't be the toxic one. That's just what I keep feeling. Don't let this fetch. Let's fetch right here. Have you looking on the apps that you were still dating on and stuff and thinking that maybe you gave in too early? That's definitely not it. It's like you pushed him up the line. He could have even possibly pushed himself up the line with his own healing journey. Because remember when I first made you your future spouse video? I was like, he's somewhere getting himself together. He's recovering. And then only for you to say, hey, this guy has been single for a year, just focused on himself. So maybe there are still cool guys in the world. He did what he needed to. He wasn't dating. He stayed where he needed to be in his zone in order to prepare for the level that you were going to bring into his life of intensity. So let me know when you want to set up our second chat for this month, because I definitely feel like there are some things we need to get into in the synastry again, now that you have been dating for a while. And June is the last month for mentorship for this year. Well, not for the whole year. I go off mentorships for the summer. I come back in the fall. Now, if you want to join me in the fall, that's fine. But I feel like you might be where you need to be. Like I said, we did job, we did work. Love was the last thing. Your kids were always golden, which is a blessing, right? So let's make the best of June. And I'm totally going to focus that on your solar return and you knowing what the theme for this age that you're coming into is going to be. I feel like you're graduating and like, I'm so proud. Have a good day. I can't hit the